Hello, I'm Terry and this is Blade Whisperer. Today we've got a bushcraft knife for you from the Ukraine. We've got BeaverCraft's BSH5 Shadow. So we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to test it out. We're going to take it outside and see what it does. Okay, here we are at the table with the bushcraft knife from BeaverCraft, made in the Ukraine. The Shadow, or BSH5. They package these things in a really simple box, although it does look pretty nice. It survived the Amazon shipping process very nicely. So let's get into it. Comes wrapped in plastic. That's all that's in that box. In a leather sheath, BeaverCraft embraced on it. It's fairly good stitching, just one row of stitching there. Retains it pretty good. And there's our first look. Nice blade. I love the shape of that. It's not going to be a rough, super batoning of giant wood, but I happen to have a BeaverCraft camp axe, a hatchet, that usually goes with me anyway, so the handle feels pretty good. Fit and finish. Sometimes on these, the scales don't quite, but there's not a lot hanging out. Might need to do a little bit of adjustment on those, but nice walnut wood. Screws holding it in. There's a close look at the blade. Okay. Now we're going to get the sharpness tester out and see how it does. Okay, we've got the sharpness tester out. We've got it turned on. We're going to test out the BSH5 Shadow here. See how sharp it is out of the box. 135. 135. Awesome sharpness out of the box, and you can feel it. So we're going to take a look at the edge now and see how that looks. Okay, and here's the BH5 under the microscope. Look at that edge. Scratch pattern's not super bad. Wonder if we can zoom here. Or magnify more, should I say. There we go, look at that. There we are at max magnification. Seems to be a little bit of residue on there, but that is a nice looking blade. Okay, we're outside here, and it's nice to be able to do some stuff outside. We have the BeaverCraft, and we're just gonna, it's a real small knife. I wouldn't recommend batoning really hard with it, but if you needed to make a little bit of kindling to start a fire, that's fine. If this was the fixed blade knife I'm carrying, I'm probably carrying my BeaverCraft camp axe, which I would have most of the time anyway. The axe is my main thing for processing wood, but we've got this. People like to see it baton with them, so we're going to take this piece of wood here and we're just going to take it down once or twice, the small piece out of it, not very big. There we go. We got through that with no problem. We can go ahead and do one more. There you go. Went through without a problem. Now we're just going to put that off to the side. This being a Scandi grind knife, we should be able to get some pretty good curls with it. We're just going to see what it makes. Yeah, that bites in really good, and it is really sharp. I'm not the world's expert on making fire curls or feather sticks or that, but this little BeaverCraft makes it pretty easy. There we go. See, we got some decent curls, and we're not looking to start a 5-alarm fire. I had tested another product earlier, so we have a few curls already sitting there. So there we go. Get a piece of fat wood, and we're going to shave some of that. That's a good enough piece to get some of that sitting there. These do have a nice 90-degree spine. Move it back on my mat, and we'll scrape some of that so we got some fine stuff. Doesn't really take very much. Just gonna put it right there. There we go. We got a nice little wad of it there. That's just a sticky piece right there. All right, we'll put that there. Came out here without the ferro rod I was intending on using, but I've got this one, and it worked before, so it should work again. We're just going to hold the knife there and pull back on that ferro rod. And there you go. BeaverCraft starts a fire. Again, because of where I'm at, I put that thing out pretty quick. But if you were building a fire, you had a good start to it right there. Very happy with it. Edge still feels sharp. We'll see just how sharp when we get back to the table. Okay, let's see how well the BeaverCraft BSH5 Shadow tests now after doing some batoning, some feather sticks, and starting our fire. 193. Didn't really affect it, held its edge pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that wraps it up for the BeaverCraft BSH5 Shadow. I really like this knife. Starting with the sheath. The sheath is quality leather, well sewn. It stays in the sheath really nicely. It fits well. It's a smaller knife, but even with my hands, it doesn't feel bad. The handles, it's a good fit and finish. I like that blade style. That Scandi grind performed well in our testing, and it held its edge. So definitely, for any price, I would recommend it, and especially at the at the price they sell this at. So if you have a different experience or you have a comment on this, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the sharp new content. And leave some comments. Let's make this a community, make it a discussion. Let me know what you want to see and what you don't want to see, what kind of knives you want to see, what kind of tests you want to see. I'm here to provide content that you want to watch, so tell me what you want to watch. So until next time, as always, I'm Terry, this is Blade Whisperer. Stay sharp and listen to what the blades are saying.